Hello, and welcome to the Industrial Rage, the Building Till I Die series. My name is Vagor. This is episode 7. Let's get started. So, first, I've got to start off with a little bit of a confession. I did a lot more off camera than I was planning on. I was just planning on kind of cleaning some stuff up, and as so often happens with this game, you kind of lose track of time. You keep working on tasks, and all of a sudden, you've done way too much off camera. So you'll notice if we walk down here that we have oil coming in, and that oil is coming from this field down here. And it is pretty close to these biters. It gives off its own pollution cloud. Our pollution cloud is getting bigger. We're going to need to take care of some things right up front, namely taking care of these biters' nests. And this one here looks pretty formidable. And we might have to take out this guy too. Yeah, we've got our work cut out for us. So let's tool up and get to fighting these guys. So I'm walking over here to our science, because here I've got some bullets waiting for us. Let's get a bunch of turrets built. And these take kind of forever to build, as I recall. Drop off some of this older ammo. Switch this out. Alright, so I've got plenty of grenades. I've got turrets coming. I've got a good amount of ammo. Let's grab just a little bit more. You just want to be able to throw in as much as you can into those turrets and not even think about it while you're taking out those nests. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get down there. We can also check out our oil supply. This is going to be really handy because after we take out these biters, we're going to be using this oil to start moving towards blue science. And speaking of science, we'll just kind of look at our tree right here. So we've got sulfur and plastics in the queue. Let's go ahead and put these advanced circuits, and let's go ahead and put blue science there on the queue. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing this off camera. Really dumb. Just make sure we've got bullets in here. All right. So let's head on down and take a look at this nest. I'm just going to build kind of a safety turret here, someplace I can run back to if all of a sudden I activate these biters. Yeah, that's a healthy nest. This is not going to be fun. Just a reminder, as always, if we die on this raid, we start over. New map, all of our progress gone. So look forward to that. It's going to happen. Alright, those biters were no match. that thing repaired. Let's build another one a little closer. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was too close. See if I can make some progress on these biters. There's a turret down here, just something to keep us safe. Throw a little bit of ammo in there. And camp out. Gotta watch out for these spitter pools here. You can die really quick just kind of not paying attention and sitting in a pool of acid here, and all of a sudden you're toast. Alright, let's see if we can kind of come in this way. This many biters, your equipment can really get taken out pretty fast. There we go. Those worms are gone. Now this is pretty academic. We are good. All right, we'll breathe a little sigh of relief there. Let's take a look at our position here. This cloud is pretty far away, but I think once these wells really start producing, we're going to have some issues with that biter's nest over there. Let's at least go over and take a look at it and see what we're dealing with. It looks to be pretty good size. I basically just want to check out how many worms we're dealing with. Yeah, that's significant. That's almost twice as big as the one we just took out. All right, well, we've got our work cut out for us. I'm going to leave it be for right now. That might be famous last words. I think if these guys do get a little ticked off in the future, they're going to attack the oil fields first, and those are pretty well defended at the moment. So we'll at least have some distant early warning, and we'll be able to get down here and defend our territory. All right, now that we've conducted some aggressive foreign policy, we're heading back to the base and work on domestic issues. So as I mentioned, this oil up here, we're going to be working towards blue science, and this is critical. So for blue science, we need sulfur, which we just got. We need red chips, and we need engines. And things like red chips require plastics. So we're going to be moving towards sulfur, plastics, Both require petroleum, um, and then hopefully we can get some red chip production. So I want to build some processing first, so we can get some oil starting to move, and that'll give us a sense about how big that little pollution cloud down in our oil fields is going to get. One thing I know that we're going to need, we might have enough stuff on us. Oh yeah, we've got plenty. So I'm going to build, let's just do 5 refineries right now, and we'll do 10 chemical plants. And then this process is going to require water. In particular, the sulfur requires water. Let's have a dedicated water line that comes down and feeds all this. Off camera, I also built on some additional capacity here for our power. So we're sitting pretty right now with that. Yeah, let's run one more tap. With this jagged coastline here, I'm just going to smooth things out. It's going to take forever on the queue. This just makes it easier to grab some water from here. Oh, and we're out of offshore pumps. Let's build a couple of those. And we'll get these going. Doing pretty good on pipes. Thank goodness they are on our at our mall, so when we run out I can just go grab some more. Don't have to hand build any of those. Yeah, well, here we go. We're gonna go grab some more. And I gotta tell you, this water is far enough that we might need a pump. It's kind of a new mechanic for space ages. Your fluids only go so far. We're going to need engines, and we're going to need to be building engines anyways. In the meantime, we got our labs here, our oil processing on our labs. And I accidentally built too many. Let's do one more. Power these bad boys up. And then they're going to need oil. Okay, everything's supplied with oil. We just need to get this connected to the grid. That will do. And we are producing, my friends. Let's go ahead and collect some of this. We don't have enough steel plates to build any of those storage tanks. That's all right. some of this. Build some storage tanks. For now, just one's cool. What is that doing to our... Yeah, that makes that cloud grow. All right. So we got to keep that in mind. We got to constantly be looking over here, making sure that we're not pissing off these biters. Eventually, we'll kind of take out all of these. This peninsula is nice. It seems like we've just got a few nests here. We can take these out and really have our entire eastern edge taken care of. I think I did this off camera as well. Built us a little barrier here. Again, we really lucked out on this map. We've got water almost all the way around us. We've got this huge western frontier that we're going to need to defend at some point. But it doesn't seem like the cloud is moving in that direction much. We'll want to kind of build out our radar capabilities so that we can kind of be monitoring what's going on over there. We've got the occasional biter's nest. It's still pretty far away from that pollution cloud, though that pollution cloud is getting bigger every day. This thing's filling up full of petroleum. Petroleum is what we use to build both our plastic and our sulfur, one of the key ingredients there. So let's keep working on bringing that water down, and we will kind of go from there. I'm going to give this area here plenty of space. Always want to make sure that when it comes to science, you can get to everything, and that there's plenty of space to build out for future lines coming in. Let's see, I want to leave this side here for science production, this side over here, the east side, for everything else. So let's build our area down here for kind of processing. This chemical plant is going to be helpful. We need more of those. Let's see here. Steel. Looks like we need some more gears. Oh yeah, we got plenty of stuff now. Let's do sulfur first. So for sulfur, it basically just needs two components, both of them fluids, water and petroleum gas. We've got both of those things down here now. Let's swap those around. And we're going to need some more underground pipes again. Well, I'm going to no doubt need some more of these. get some water in here. I kind of want to be. We've got a bunch of belts. We might as well just continue bringing our bus down. Again, our bus is kind of a mess. I've just left plenty of room. That's really the key. This is actually kind of close over here, but what are you gonna do? I'll eventually kind of migrate these lines along and be a little bit more formal. I know this is very much just building out of necessity. And I think for this series, that's a lot of what we're going to be doing. The whole point of this is to not necessarily make a beautiful base, but a functioning base, something that's safe and secure that we can then use to travel the stars. And we will catch up to our water here. Jeez, I'm dumb. Let me see if that water is going to make it all the way there. It looks like we don't have any indication that the water is not moving along. Alright, and we've got sulfur being produced. Let's go ahead and throw that on a belt. And we're going to add this to our bus. And eventually it'll come up here. I'm thinking about right here we'll do our blue science production. Well, let's just, while we're here, the one thing I want to build is our engine production over here. Kind of like to have these staggered, but I don't like how that's staggered. Let's just do 1 to 1. So these will all be building our blue science, which we can't do just yet. These will be building our engines, though. Okay, that looks good. And then these guys are going to require these 3 ingredients. Let's go ahead and just build a little bit of gear production. It'll be dedicated solely to this project here. Good. And then blue science is going to need both sulfur and these engines. Just get this started here. Let's power everything up. That ought to do it. And let's build some additional capacity here. much sulfur we're going to need here early on, but we'll need some. Get our petroleum in there. Probably eventually build 2 more, just leave space for it. Let's get our plastic going. That'll maybe be the last thing that we do for this episode. So for plastic, it's going to take petroleum, and it's going to take some coal. That's why coal is on the belt over here. So let's get that started. Give us a little more space. Now let's just do 4 for right now. Flip these guys around. There we go. And this doesn't have to be particularly pretty. That will do. And let's have it output on this side. And we'll need some input down here. And we're just building this out. Alright, so that's where our coal is coming in. Splitter, and we are off to the races. Plastic will be joining us on the bus as well. Let's have those things be kind of right here. And we want to split some off as well. So this will be going up to our blue science. Oh, speaking of blue science. Let's see, modular armor, that'll come in handy. Let's not worry about modules, but things like batteries for sure. Anything else that we need right away? We'll do flammables. We don't need green inserters, but we could use some better bullets. All right, so we've got some science taken care of. We've got plastic. That plastic is going to be used to build our red circuits. Let's do a red circuit build just right up here. So for red, we need green circuits and plastics. Anything else? Oh, and of course, copper cable. I'm going to need some additional assembly machines here. What else am I going to need? I'm going to definitely need need some more of these guys. What else we looking? Let's grab some power poles while we're here. You know what? I'm going to call it. There's just too much to do. I won't do anything off camera between this episode and the next. I've done enough off camera monkeying around. Let's just do one last check of our pollution count. Holy shit. That's going to be next episode right away. We're going to be taking care of that. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. This is the Industrial Rage, and please like and subscribe. It's a new channel. I'm just kind of starting to get my my feet under me, and any of your support really helps. All right, take care.